Okay, here we go guys, this is the big one. This is the Xbox Series X from Microsoft, unboxing by Lightwingdragon. So let's get into it. Let's check out the front of the box. So here we've got, well, a picture of the console in a nice two-tone color, black and green. There's the new Xbox Series X logo here, 4K 120 frames per second, 1TB SSD. It does say 1TB, but I know for a fact you'll be getting about 825 GB or so with installed internal hard drive for Xbox Series X. So let's take a look around the box, shall we? Firstly, on top we have the console itself. A very minimalist cube shape for the Xbox. I do like the design. It's sort of got a monolithic kind of vibe to it, and this controller is actually newly designed, so it doesn't look that majorly different from the Xbox One controller, but there are some design changes with this new console. I'm liking the design of the box so far. So look at the bottom. Okay, pretty much standard stuff here, with all different languages. Not much to see there, other than it is made in China. Now let's look at the side. There's some information here. Features 4K gaming up to 120 FPS. Well, I'm going to be interested to test that out. 120 FPS. I don't think it's going to be on all games, but we should see. 1TB solid state drive, meant to be a very fast hard drive in the Xbox Series X. 8K high dynamic range, up to 8K high dynamic range. I think 8K is not really going to be for games, but really, maybe unless it's like more of a, not such a big budget title. Variable refresh rate. Now this is interesting. For games that are going to support variable refresh rate, you could be getting like a smoother experience, and also it's going to support your TVs are going to be able to go to a higher refresh rate if your TV supports it with the Xbox Series X. So looking to upgrade your TV, it could be a good time if you've got these new Xbox Series X or PS5 consoles. Xbox Velocity architecture, I'm not too sure on what that means. 4K Blu-ray player, that's very current, really, isn't it? 4K, it's kind of what most of these electronic companies are kind of shooting for as the mainstay now. 4K resolution with their Blu-ray support. Now, what else does it say here? It says Xbox Series X console. This is what it includes. Ultra speed HDMI. I know it supports HDMI 2.1. So yeah, there are some advantages with the new HDMI 2.1 that you guys can look into, because not all TV sets will support your HDMI 2.1, but it doesn't specifically say it on the box here, but I know the Xbox Series X does support HDMI 2.1. Wireless controller, wireless networking compatibility. Doesn't exactly say what wireless it's got, but it's just a general. Then we've got Microsoft Corporation 2020 down here. One Microsoft Way, Redmond, Washington 98052 6399 USA. For those of you who want to go see Microsoft. Ultra HD Blu-ray, HDMI, Dolby Vision, Atmos, DTS X. Right, so they're the sound codecs. So cool. That's that side. What's on the next side? Oh, more minimalist designing here on the side. I'm liking it a lot. I like the box of the Series X so far. It's got this nice minimalist design. Then on the back we have, oh yes, the big boy himself, Master Chief, power your dreams. Man, I really wish we could play Halo Infinite at the launch of this console, but it has been delayed until this year, later this year. Today I heard some news about Halo Infinite launching in November of 2021. So man, if Xbox Series X had a huge launch title, it would be super awesome, but no, it hasn't got it at the moment. So, but you know, I'm happy to get this console at the moment anyway. So what, any other information? Okay, it does have, yes it does, the fastest, most powerful Xbox ever. Redefine speed with Xbox Velocity architecture. Play thousands of games across 4 generations of Xbox, which gives a good indication of backwards compatibility there, which I like very much. I think this is an area where Microsoft have an edge over Sony in terms of their backwards compatibility plans. Unlimited access to 100 plus high quality games, Xbox Game Pass. Right, so that's the heavily pushed Game Pass, which Microsoft are extremely hot on and really want you to sign up on. For me, I'm not too keen on it because I like my games in physical, and I think you lose a lot by just going with digital only. But I do admit it is convenient, but for me, physical all the way. And you have the resale value of your physical games as well, and you actually own the game as well. They can't take it off the store. You actually own it, you know, for as long as the game lasts on physical media. So now let's get to the unboxing. Yeah, look at this. Looks epic, doesn't it? Microsoft mascot staring into the distance. Let's go. Okay, well, just before I want to show you the contents of the box, I have the predecessor to the Xbox Series X, the Xbox One boxes, which I would like to show you. I actually have 2 different versions of the Xbox One, so I'm going to show you the original launch model box first. So let's move this one out of the way for a minute, and I'll show you quickly. This is the original Xbox One, 500 gigabyte and all this. Once again, before they went with the green and black, being the Xbox colors, self-explanatory. We've also got the information here about the contents of the box, very similar. This one though, which I do like, has games on the back, multiple games showing for Halo 5, Forza 6 and Rise of the Tomb Raider. And side, we've gone with a similar approach as well, showing the console. On the top Actually, there's no console, unlike the first box. And on the bottom we have all the different languages and warnings and etc. This one also made in China. Right. But as I said, I do have a second Xbox One as well, which funnily enough was actually my original model, the very first one I got, which was the Xbox One Elite. And the difference with this one being it has a 1 terabyte hybrid drive, and it has the Elite controller, which has its good and bad points. It's interesting controller. It's nicely designed, but sort of not as well made. But yeah, this is all black. Controller on the side. No games, so but just the Elite console itself, controller as well. Got details of the contents on the side of the box. I like the all black presentation. I think it looks very mean and dangerous. But yeah, nothing on top. Similar to the same as the first box for the Xbox One. And the warning messages on the bottom. And this one's made in China as well. So yeah, this was my original Xbox One. Both of them I still got today. I'm going to give you a comparison with the Xbox Series X in a bit, but first of all let's get back to the Xbox Series X. Now, just get the Xbox Series X back for you. Now, so Xbox One 2013, Xbox Series X 2020 November, I think November 13th, if I remember correctly. I'll check on that, but yeah, let's get into the unboxing. So, just the one game on here, unlike the original Xbox One, Halo Infinite. But let's get into it. I'm really excited. I am excited. This is my first unboxing. Well, not my first unboxing, but the first time I'm going to see the Xbox Series X in person. So let's get into it. Okay. Let's get to the front. Now, this is weighty, but it certainly is not as weighty as the PS5. So I was lucky to get this. It was same deal with the PS5. The retailer gave me a notification of when it's in stock, because the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are very hard to come by at this point in time, with them just being released. But luckily the retailer gave me a notification, and that is how I managed to get to the site. Now, how do I open this? Is it from the back? I managed to get from the site early, and I'm like, okay, this is the way. Oh, here we go, it's about to be unveiled. Whoa. Okay, so I think I best to do it the other way, from the front. Okay, here we go. There we go. Wow. Look at that new console feeling. Opening up a box and seeing your console. Ooh. That is a sweet feeling. Sweet. Okay, power your dreams. I want to see what the kind of dreams those are, Microsoft. Oh, I'm eager. So, wow, here we go. Hopefully it's going to be a wild ride with this console. I'm certainly looking forward to all the games promised. So let's get this out. Here is the Xbox Series X. Wow, I like the way it's packaged. I have to say, I really do like the way it's packaged. They've done a great job, the marketing team. Now, there we go. There we go. Now, what to do? What else have we got? We've got these huge blocks. I'll just move out the way. Let's get this. Ah, there we go. Try not to rip anything. So, all right, that's the bottom. Now, I love this black kind of matte plastic it's got. The way it's packaged is like just like some kind of like sexy kind of monolith. It's got all this power inside of it. There we go. And there we are. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Let's go, Microsoft. Wow, look at that fan. That's huge. I can see it straight through the grate. Is there something holding on? Oh yeah, there's another bit of tape here. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. My first look at the Series X in person. Oh, I like it, man. I like it, man. As I say, I like it, the design. See another piece of plastic here. Let me take it all out first. There we go. So, whew. Right, let's have a look around the Xbox Series X. So, we obviously have the disk drive here. We have the power button, I think that is there. We have a USB here. Maybe a sync button there, I think. I have the large vent at the top. Looking around, Xbox logo there on the side. On the back, here we go. We have the HDMI out. As previously said, ported thing, it's 2.1. We have the storage expansion slot. Now you can expand the memory of the Series X. There is another 1 terabyte expansion, Seagate expansion done officially by Microsoft, that doubles effectively the storage, I think, of the Series X, and keeps the same level of performance with the loading times. So you can get that as an add-on for an eye-watering price of around 220, I think it was English. So if you're really pressed for space and want the best level performance, you could get them. You've got the Ethernet port there, and you've got 2 more USBs here, and the power socket as well. Okay. It looks like it's openable from the back as well here. This whole thing looks like you can take it out, which I think is what you might want to do if you're taking it apart. Now on the side here, here we go. So these are mounts. These are mounts on the side. So it will be for the Series X in tabletop mode, which I think will how it will go in my setup. But you can also have it in tabletop. In the vertical mode, like this way, like that. Yeah. Like that. But I personally would like to see them have the design of the Series X so that you could actually twist this little power light, because I know this comes on and then it would twist the right way as if you had it in tabletop mode, so it would actually, when you just look at it, it would be the right way up in tabletop mode. But I know it's not movable, but oh, it's okay, man. It's okay. Now, the size factor actually is pretty small compared to the absolute beast that is the PlayStation 5. This form factor is pretty small. It's pretty small, and it's quite compact. It's almost like a, mini tower PC. Yeah, very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I love the hint of green you can see as you view it from an angle. Sexy. Okay. Now I'm just going to lay out what else is in the box. Is there anything else in the box? I think there is. Alright, so let's get this laid out there. Now I have additional support leaflet telling me some instructions. Okay. Now let's look what else is in the box. Let me move the Series X to one side for a second. See what else is inside this box. We have the power cord. We have the HDMI, ultra high speed, it says on it. Make sure you got the cable supports HDMI 2.1. So since it is the console cable, so do be aware of that. If you can't, to get the full benefits of using the Xbox Series X, it's best to use the original cable, unless the cable actually supports, HDMI 2.1, and the controller. So let's take a look. Wow. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Now, whoa. Nearly knocked over the camera again. Give you a good look at the controller. Now, differences I can tell straight away. This controller has a textured feel to it, both on this front and on the reverse. I noticed that immediately. So it's more grippy. Overall size factor is a little bit smaller as well, just a tad from the original Xbox One controller. And there's differences on the front. This D-pad looks like it's an improvement to me anyway, and it feels, the click of it feels weighty and solid. The thumbsticks feel the same. Now there's also this button here in the middle. This is new. This is a share button, I think. Buttons, they feel the same. I like the feel of the shoulder buttons, and the triggers as well. They also feel solid. And I actually like the fact that it's just a little bit smaller. It feels that's made it more ergonomic, should I say. Back of the controller, Series X. Let's have a look. Dual AA batteries once more. You can probably get, yeah, probably get your rechargeables or battery pack you can get with that as well, or maybe a docking charging station, something like that. Now, is that all? Oh, we've got can't forget the instruction manual, a product and regulatory guide, limited warranty and agreement. That's it. Is that oh, this comes out. Is that all? Oh, that's all. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. No, that doesn't. Right, so that is the entire contents. Let me just move out. So this is what you get. Oh, you get batteries. I didn't even spot that. And they always give you Duracell, huh? Has Microsoft got some kind of agreement with Duracell to provide batteries? Because there was some talk of the controller being powered in other means, maybe through like internal battery, but before the launch of it. But since the controllers are powered by dual AA batteries, here we go. Yep, 2 Duracell batteries. There we go. Since the controller is powered by 2 Duracell batteries, maybe Microsoft have some kind of agreement with Duracell and kept the controller being powered by Duracell batteries. Well, as you can see, this is what you get. Okay, my camera is low battery, so I'm just gonna stop it there and get a new battery. So I've placed the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One next to each other to give you just give you a comparison and see the evolution of what Microsoft have done. And I gotta say, the difference is quite huge, especially when you compare, well, the overall shape and between the Xbox One and Xbox Series X. I mean, the Xbox Series X does resemble the Xbox One X more in terms of, you know, the materials used, and really it's more closer to the Xbox One X in the overall design. But you know, it's especially when you compare it with PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Like, firstly, the Xbox Series X is more of a block shape, upright, more of a mini tower PC kind of design, whereas the 2013 Xbox One is more like a VCR sort of design, like an entertainment unit kind of design. So yeah, I gotta say, I like the design of the Xbox Series X more than the original Xbox One, its predecessor. So yeah, I'm happy with the design. And even though the design is more of I do appreciate it more, I think that the Xbox Series X won't fit that well into my entertainment unit, but I wish it looked better in tabletop mode, to be honest, the Xbox Series X. Yeah, so but yeah, let's take a quick look around. Like I mean, you can see this is what the side of the Xbox One looks like, on the back. Side again. Yeah. So, and then moving on to the controllers. So actually, I haven't showed you the top profile. So this is what the top looks like, and this is what the top looks like for the Xbox Series X. So, yeah, quite a big difference, as you can see. Now let's move on to the controllers. Now the controllers look pretty much more similar than what the consoles do. So this is the Xbox Series X and this is the Xbox One controller. Now to give you a closer look. Now if we put them close together, I think you can, I don't know, you can just see that this is slightly larger, but the design remains very much similar. The differences are this D-pad here, this central button here, and the overall size. And also this is textured, both on the back and the front as well. The texture is more on the back, I think, so you can see that. But there's no such texturing on the original Xbox One pad. So yeah. Now I'm just going to read off some specs. Talk a little bit about both Xboxes. So regarding the Xbox Series X specs, the processor in the Xbox Series X is a 8X core at 3.8 GHz custom Zen 2 CPU. The GPU is a 12 teraflop GPU with 52 compute units at 1.825 GHz custom RDNA2 GPU with the SoC die size of 360.45 millimeters, and the process was a 7nm process enhanced. For the Xbox One, the specs are as follows. The storage for the Series X comes in at 16 GB GDDR6 random access memory, and the internal storage for the hard drive is a 1 TB custom NVMe SSD. The CPU for the Xbox One is a custom 1.75 GHz AMD 8-core APU, the 2 quad-core Jaguar CPUs we've had since 2013 now. The memory for the Xbox One is 8 GB DDR3, 5 GB available to games from that. The storage for the original model anyway is a 500 GB hard disk drive, and the graphics was a built-in APU with the AMD Radeon GCN architecture. The original clocked at 853 MHz. So while I think the specs are important, for me at the end of the day it's really going to be about the games and what the game is managed to do. I mean, just look at the Nintendo Switch. It's not the most powerful platform out there, but it's doing very well in terms of its games and its, its sales, software, everything. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what Microsoft have got planned for their Xbox Series X. Halo Infinite, New Perfect Dark. They could bring back lots of different franchises they've had waiting, in the wings. And yeah, well, I'm going to be playing some Series X tonight. I'm going to be checking out the UI and the dashboard. If you liked this video, please leave a like on your way out. If you'd like to see more kind of this content, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you're new to my channel here, please drop a subscribe if you could be so kind. But otherwise, I've got some Xbox to check out for now, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Later. Bye.